Hello and welcome to Northern Star Tarot. My name's Becky and this is the weekly elemental forecast, and that is for all signs. It's a bit like the weather forecast, but we're working with energy here. So please check out the description for the disclaimer and any information about what decks I've used today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Let's see what we get up here. As always, we'll start in the north with Earth. What messages are coming from Earth this week? Week commencing Monday the 25th. Let's take that one. Education. We are entering a new cycle now. I think Mercury retrograde, I can never say this, is on its way out, compass. And if you've been watching the weekly elemental forecasts for a while now, you'll understand the shifts in energy that we've been experiencing. And it's been quite heavy energy, so I'm half expecting it to be tailing off now and getting a bit more, a bit more positive. It's not that it's been negative, it's just been so full of change, and everyone I've spoke to has just been feeling a bit drained lately, myself included. It's like just, we're getting into winter now, aren't we? It's that change in season. This is from our heart space, Gentle Gardener. It's funny, I've just been talking about the co-creator. Anyway, sorry, I'll go more into detail on that if you don't understand what I'm about. What am I using for the central cards? I really, really, really want to use my new deck. I'm not going to right now. I'm going to go with the Psychic Tarot. I feel like I haven't used these in ages because I've had so many new Oracle cards. I used to always use these for doing these bits of the reading. So this is universal energy now. What universal messages do we have? Thank you. Nice and quick. Hope and recognition and reward. That is so interesting with that being underneath there as well. It's the same sort of feeling to it. Right, let's see. I'll try to total up the numerology at some point, but there's just way too many cards and I've not really got the head for maths today. So, education, I'm just going to have a look up on that one because I've not had it out yet. I'm assuming it is the lessons that we've learned, or the lessons that can be learned. For me, as a reader, well, as an intuitive reader, I'm feeling like this is the new cycle now and we're reflecting. It's got a reflective feel to it. So reflecting on where we are, what we've learned, where we're going to. 35, let's see. Life is filled with lessons, be teachable. Wisdom comes from participating in life, not just reading about it. This card suggests that you might not have enough knowledge about what you seek, the direction to take, your circumstances, or the nature of your inquiry. Important information is coming. Now is the time to go to school. Ask a person who might know more than you do, or find a teacher or a course of study, so that you can more clearly understand what the next right action must be. Sometimes life unexpectedly sends you to an unfamiliar school, and you must learn by experience. Now is the time to be teachable, open to changing your perceived notions, Be a student and be willing to state the most powerful mantra of all, I don't know yet. I love that, because wisdom for me, I always say, like, even the wisest people don't know will admit that they don't know everything. And see, I'm feeling like some people are already on that path, and I'm feeling this is more reflective than going forward, especially with this underneath this card, because this is about graduation. This is reaching the point where you're no longer a student in whatever it is that you're putting your energy into, whatever you're putting your time, your energy, your focus on. So it could be your business, it could be a career path you've chose, it could be a relationship that you're invested in, being the best parent. I always feel that we're all a little bit like the Sims, aren't we? We've all got those aspirations and goals, and some people are family people, and that's their career, that's their soul journey. It doesn't always have to be about money and, you know, what we're going to be in, I'll say, in the human world, in the world that we've created. It's more about our natural inklings towards things, what we naturally aim towards and aim to build. So this is suggesting that there is more to learn. And I'd say it's got a feeling of like the Hanged Man, of maybe needing to change perspective, and look at things from a new angle to fully understand it. So, I mean, you may have all the knowledge in the world about the situation, but sometimes just taking a different approach to a situation. I always say it's our perspective that makes the difference. So it makes the difference from the lesson that you learn from that. You could have a really nasty experience, nasty breakup with someone, and you can either take oh, that person hurt me, and that sort of message from it, or you can take that, I've learnt the lesson from that, and sort of review it without the emotion involved. So I feel like there's a sense of that. This is all, it's definitely feeling very reflective. I'm getting the sense of like judgment. This is like kind of looking back on everything that we've built or everything that we've been through, and just kind of taking a little bit of a humbling stance with it, so that we can move forward into a new hope, a new beginning. So in our headspace here, we've got the compass. Right, I'm just going to have a read up on that one. Like I said, I think a lot of this is heading towards a new direction. And to me, that's exactly what a compass is. I think this would be trusting your inner compass. Trusting your inner guidance system. You're going to be right at the back, aren't you? As long as you orientate your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power will never be lost. So that's following your truth, isn't it? You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. To me, this is saying that if you're always trusting in your truth, if you're always acting authentically, no matter what new situation that you are dealing with, you'll be able to deal with it and make the right choices and the right decisions for yourself. That's from our head space. And down here in our creative space, this is our passions and the things that we're going for. And I love that we've got these cards. I'm not sure about Stuck in the Mud, but Wishing Well and Spirit of Place. Sorry about that, just had to pause while I let some family members in. So Spirit of Place here is about our authenticity, and this is coming back into our inner compass. And Spirit of Place is all about believing, well, let's see what it says, because it's a nice little bit that it says. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit, looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains and rivers have their own essences. When the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. And that ties in nicely as well with Stuck in the Mud. This is a bit like quicksand. That idea that if you're going to struggle against the situation, then it's going to make it worse for you. Instead, sometimes just taking that step back and letting a situation unfold can reveal more answers and a better way to move out of a situation. What's interesting, because them two cards relate quite nicely, is that we've got the Wishing Well in the middle. I get the feeling that maybe some people are trying too hard to achieve something instead of just going with the natural flow of things and trusting the natural flow of things. It says, desire is a sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. And that's once again letting go of control. Letting go of control and just letting nature take its course. And I think when you do that, when you let go of control, it lets all that stress out. And it is easier to take on board the lessons. It's easier to be open to the next steps and to a better direction to take if you're feeling stuck. Now, the gentle gardener in our heart space. Be a conscious co-creator. Be your own person. The gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings and beliefs create the reality you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their inequality? And I've said this quite a few times, especially when the Ace of Cups comes up, with that being about our heart space as well, that whatever it is that is inside you is what you reflect out into the world and attract back to you. And that's the sort of energy that is coming through here, is to be aware of that, to be conscious that whatever you're thinking and feeling inside is what your reality is going to reflect to you. I think that makes it easier to manifest things and to make things happen when you consciously understand that you create your own reality. And maybe this being stuck in the mud for some people, maybe it is something that, without realizing, it's something that we're creating ourselves. It's a situation that we're creating ourselves because of our inner thoughts and feelings. Right, I'm going to get some clarifiers. Right, I'm going to go with Shadowcast. Why is education there in our earth space? Oh, wow. No, thank you. Can I just have a few cards, please? Why is education there? What new lessons do we need to learn? 9 of Cups. Definitely feeling like some of us are trying to push forward a situation that is not and shouldn't be in our control. Wow, 3 of Swords. See, I said about feeling reflective, and the 3 of Swords is reflecting on the things that have hurt us. And the 9 of Cups, I mean, the 9 of Cups is your happy ever after, your wish fulfillment. I feel like some of us have learnt some karmic lessons from heartache. Maybe it was someone that we thought was a soulmate, someone that was meant to be with us. But this is showing that that's not the person that we were meant to be with. I feel like the lessons from that are relevant now, though, to the now situation. Where's Compass there? I mean, this is coming into a new situation, but coming in with the reflective energy. The Hanged Man. I was thinking about the Hanged Man. And the Queen of Pentacles. So this is needing to take a new perspective. Did I say that with education? I think I did. I just remember speaking about the Hanged Man today. And I can't remember if it's in this spread or this is actually like the 5th one that I've done, because I tried doing this in a different place away from my table and it just wasn't vibing at all. So it's took a little while getting to this stage where this is the reading and I'm feeling it. So even people knocking on the door or whatever, I'm just gonna have to pause and flow with it because it's here. And life doesn't stop, does it? Yeah, so we got the Queen of Pentacles there. The Queen of Pentacles to me is that same sort of energy as the Empress. It's that birth of creation and being able to birth our ideas. And it's that thing again, isn't it, of manifesting the life that we want and the things that we want. But sometimes stopping and doing nothing, just maybe analysing or taking a new perspective on a situation, it's enlightening for us, isn't it? Enriching, and that's what we've got down here as well with Stuck in the Mud. And the Hanged Man's urging us to do that, to just take a step back a minute, just take a step back, look at the lessons that you've learned from the previous situation. And when you're in a place of balance, you'll be able to balance and wholeness, I'm getting. When you're in a place of balance and wholeness within yourself, once you know your true north, then you can enter new situations. You can enter new situations with confidence and ability and strength, and it'll be reflected back to you in the world. Okay, tell me about fire space. 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of options coming in. There's a lot of options for us to have the things that we want. I've got that song in my head, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you might just find you get what you need. And it is feeling like that. Look at that. Lots of choices, a decision to be made. And the Magician. I love that the Magician is over wishing well as well. The Magician is, he is able to manifest. He's got the tools, the talents, and the skills that he has learnt from the previous lessons to be able to create a new path. And that's where I'm feeling like we're at with the energy anyway. Like I said, it's been a massive shift from last month. Last month was very much about change and a lot of death energy, and now it's a little bit pause and reflect, and let's get ready to move on to the next steps. I think last week's was all about balance and inner balance, and I feel like there's still a little bit of energy there of looking back and of reflecting, but we've learned from that reflection, and we're ready to move forward now and make choices for our future. There's always opportunities. I like that with this, because we've got the stuck in the mud there, and sometimes we can feel trapped in a situation or in an energy or in a place. And this is showing that there's always choices. There's always different options and different routes that you can take. And sometimes it takes that other perspective to know where to go next. Nice gentle gardener there for our emotions. Thank you. We've got the King of Pentacles. So we've got the King of Pentacles over here opposite the Queen of Pentacles, and the World as well. The World is the last card in the tarot deck, and that's the end of the cycle. And that's what I was saying, is that, like, especially over last month, we've gone through a lot of change and fluctuation to prepare us for the new cycle that we're entering. So reaching the World is reaching the end of the lessons that you've learned to be able to move forward. And I am feeling this is kind of heavy with relationships. I feel like there's a lot of reflection on past relationships before stepping into and the King of Pentacles is all about being stable and secure within yourself and with what you've built. I love that we've got the Queen and the King here, and that's in the head and the heart space. And to me, that is representative of that, of our head and our hearts being as one and working together and being balanced, having that balance and that mastery, that self-mastery here to be able to go towards our new hopes and our new desires. Let's see. Where have we got hope and recognition and reward there? Hope is the star card in the normal tarot, and that's your wish fulfilled. I feel like there's some amazing energy for manifestation here. This is a good week to be able to manifest, and maybe that is going to be the theme. I mean, we are in Sagittarius now, and Sagittarians is a fire sign. I know I'm an Aries sign. They can be very, very open to change and open to pursuing their dreams. Very similar to Aries in that sense. I always say I love tapping into to Sagittarian energy because it's always so lively. Come on, give me something for hope and recognition, and thank you. And reward. Put that there. We've got Six of Cups, nostalgia. Looking backwards, reflecting. We've got Six of Cups and Six of Wands. I mean, that's quite a cool mixture together. I love that Six of Wands is over here as well, because this is being recognised by your peers, by the people around you. This is it's like celebrating your achievements so far and how far you've come. And it's been a burden. It's been a burden to carry. And some of you may feel like you've had to carry the burdens of others as well. I love that we've got the Six of Cups over Hope here. I'm getting a weird feeling for some of you that are maybe trying for a baby. Now's a good time to get pregnant. This is very indicative of children, and especially with Hope there. Yeah, I've got the feeling that some people are maybe trying for a baby, and I think that is going to be, it's going to be the right sort of energy for that to happen this month. Okay, I hope you found that useful. I'm gonna, do you know what? I normally pull our an Angels and Ancestors card, but I'm going to get one of these because these, like I said, the energy is all about manifestation, and these cards kind of echo that. It's all about our inner spirit and guidance, and I think we've got that sort of energy coming through right now. So I'm going to work with these, I think, for this month. Right, I'm going to have to read from the book for these. Mindful wisdom, create inner harmony, and love and light, act with care. I usually say love and light. I've not had either of these out yet, I believe. So going back 26 and 28. Create inner harmony, silence your inner critic. Mindfulness is the simple act of being present in each moment, but for most people it's not always achievable during daily life. Complications of employment, relationships, children, social activities and career choices can all seem to distract us from achieving this goal. It is only when you choose to become present that you receive clarity of consciousness, peace of mind, and objective understanding surrounding current issues. The owl is a representation of inner knowledge and mindfulness, patiently and carefully monitoring their surroundings. And that's echoing the stuck in the mud, isn't it? Followed by clear and direct action. You may be feeling confused about people's actions, but like the owl, we must observe our surroundings to the best of our ability to see the real meaning of a person's actions or the origin of specific issues. Now is the time to journey inwards to access your inner knowing and personal wisdom through mindful practice to create a homeostasis. Wow, that's a big word. An equilibrium in your heart and mind. Bring yourself back to a heart space where you can approach anything with calmness and clarity. Right now, place yourself of value. When the owl appears in your life, it encourages you to use strong intuition to gain wisdom about matters that you shouldn't ignore. More importantly, self-worth and confidence. Tolerance can be achieved through objectivity and inner peace. Acknowledging all our experiences, there's our past education thing, acknowledging all our experiences so we can be objective with our emotional and mental process. Instead of reacting immediately out of anger, mindfulness allows you to be aware of this anger, helping you realize why you are angry and then process the circumstances surrounding this emotion. This new form of emotional intelligence allows you to physically react using a positive process and method that is beneficial to you and others while understanding the reasoning behind their behaviours. I wasn't going to read all of that, but all of it seems to tie in so nicely with everything I was saying about being a conscious co-creator. So not just letting life happen to you, but taking taken life by the balls, basically. It's funny, I heard someone, another tarot reader on a live feed. Absolutely love this woman, Aquarian Insight. Please check out her videos. She is amazingly wise. But something she said today was she thinks that life happens through you, which is a much better way of seeing it than to you or you to it. It's that idea that it happens through you. Let's see what love and light. Resistance, higher intervention is required. Act with care. Sending this love and light means two things. Love, the deepest form of unconditional love possible that you have in your heart and beyond physical comprehension. And light, the purest form of light that permeates any darkness and finds any cracks or imbalances that are unable to resonate at this frequency or vibration, gently raising those to this level. See, it's feeling like leveling up. People can sometimes be resilient to assistance. Those with addictions or challenging behavioural or physical issues may not be able to ask or be willing to receive help. Feeling helpless can be overwhelming to caregivers or those with strong empathetic qualities. Not being able to offer aid or having assistance refused when a person's pride is too great can also feel disheartening. More importantly, though, is to remember to respect their free will by acknowledging their own personal interference or intrusion into this person's life. Being too pushy in this area will have the opposite effect and personal karmic backlash, so make sure your ego is kept in check. Those stuck in victimhood archetypes or their emotional pain body are often not willing to be active participants in their own healing on a conscious level, particularly if their reasoning is recent or raw, including issues of trauma, such as trauma and grief. Everyone heals in their own time, and it's important for respect to be given in this moment. All you can do right now is send this issue or person love and light. You are merely an observer in this case, and it is out of your control. So that is about releasing control again. Regardless of the physical outcome, there is little you can do except send this loving energy to this issue. It has the potential to energetically shift the situation into a positive outcome. Right. Okay, I hope that has been helpful and you got some messages there. I'm sorry this was a bit long-winded reading these out, but I feel like there's such deep and profound messages through these ones. And maybe in future I'll just restrict it to one card at a time so we can focus on that and digest that. I do normally pull two cards. Oh no, it's normally just one, isn't it, for the... Either way, two fell out, we got two, we dealt with two. Next time I will just limit it to one and we'll just focus on that one concept that it's given to us. Okay. And hopefully I will see you next week, and then the week after I will be doing a maybe a live from Morocco. But this will definitely, the weekly energy forecast will be on location in Morocco. Okay, take care now.